Welcome, everyone, to an exciting broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Some great action in store tonight, seeing some of the best and brightest young players on the hardwood. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see Villanova and the Texas Longhorns.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
So on the floor for Villanova, they've got Cooper. Brian is out there with Miller. And it's Ilgauskas in at the 4 spot.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Here's Beal. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Villanova shooting their first free throw tonight.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
Pass to Bryant. Inside, Cooper. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Villanova will retain possession. And it's Villanova with the ball. It's Miller on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot, high post. And the shot is long. And we've seen Durant go on and do great things in the NBA, but he had that one magical season with the Longhorns.
Yeah, you go back to his freshman year, he was player of the year. The first freshman to achieve that status. Absolutely dominated in every way on the floor. You knew the NBA was in his future immediately.
Well, for Villanova, they've had a lot of their graduates make waves in the NBA. You can find a Wildcat playing professional ball everywhere, it seems.
Yeah, some of the current Wildcats in the NBA. Kyle Lowry's had a terrific career thus far. Randy Foye are the big names. Dante Cunningham's another guy who's had an impact.
Here is Gaines. Outside, Jones. Here's the screen. Feeds it to Foster. Pass to Gaines. Some nice ball movement by Villanova. 16 feet away. No luck. Now Texas takes it the other way.
You know, with Foye and Lowry, as you mentioned, I mean, they played together at the same time for Villanova. It was one of the best backcourts they've ever had.
Rush's shot is off.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And Jones has it in the corner. Here's Moore. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim. He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Now Gaines. Jones, the pass to Gaines. Trying his luck deep. Jones, no luck.
And that Villanova team with Foye and Lowry was great. The grit and toughness that they both still play with in the NBA today, born at Villanova. And in general, the Wildcat players are some of the toughest mentally around.
So on the floor for Villanova, they've got Jones. Foster is out there with Clarkson. And it's Moore in at the 5. Jones for 3. Again, the miss by Jones.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Here's more. Following the basket by Freak. Lets it go from 11. It's tipped. And Blair kicks to Freak. The feed to Hudson. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
Here's Jones following the bucket by Texas to halt the run, and he's able to get it back. On the wing, Jones. Clock at 6. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Longhorns.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And now it's a double-digit lead.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
A platoon swap here for Texas. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
Freak, he's in at center. Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4 spot. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
So on the floor for Villanova, they've got Bryant. Miller is out there with Cooper, and it's Beal in at the point guard position.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And it's Ilgauskas missing.
And while the Longhorns don't have any college titles in men's basketball, they have yet to even make it to the final game of the tournament. You get the feeling it's just a matter of time.
And that one's good. Freak.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now here's Bryant. It's Miller on the wing. The 3, and that one's good.
Well, you know, the Longhorns have won a lot of conference titles over the years. Their conference isn't known as a basketball power, though. The school loves their athletics, and they are intent on having a strong basketball team.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Outside Bryant, he dishes it to Beal. It's a pick by Ilgauskas. from 20 feet out. It's deflected, and they'll turn it over, unable to get the shot off. 35-second shot clock violation. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Villanova trails by 16. Freak in at center. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4. Cooper the pass to Beal. To the inside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Freak, and off the front iron, and in it goes. And Texas leads by 16.
And, you know, with Freak, you can see with his combination of size and movement why people are so high on him at the next level. I mean, there is no ceiling to how good he can be.
It just isn't very often that you have a big man as polished as Freak. There are a lot of guys his size and a lot of players who are as skilled as he is, but it is rare to have it all in one play.
Ellis with it. Picked up by Bryant. Ford kicks to Freak. He's looking for Ellis and finds him. Bryant with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Longhorns.
Clark, the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that.
Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. It's Texas and the Georgetown Hoyas.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
On the court for the Longhorns, Freak in at center. Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4 slot.
Well, in Texas, the Longhorns are known for their football history, actually all over the country. They have an impressive basketball alumnus list, too, though. A lot of pros have come out of Texas.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Longhorns shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Well, I tell you what, guys, so many great centers have come through Georgetown. For a while, they were the destination for great centers going into college. You can point to any of their teams and find an NBA center on the roster.
No good from Hudson. Hoyas on D. It's a 5-point game. Here's Freak. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
The Georgetown Hoyas have had so many great centers. Greg Monroe, Roy Hibbert, some of the more great recent guys.
Yeah, but don't forget about the one who kind of set that trend in motion. Patrick Ewing was just a dominant force. And then you had Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning. And it's amazing. All of these guys we just named were picked in the top 7 of the NBA draft.
Texas on D, leading by 5. They set the pick. Outside Randolph. Pass to Hudson. It's deflected. One-on-one here. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And it's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. Now here's Harkless. He's guarded by Blair. And here is Harkless. He dishes it to Joseph. Here is Hodges. The shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that one's good. Rush has got his first 2 points of the night. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. And they've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s.
So on the floor for Texas, Freak, he's in at center. Richmond is out there with Hudson, and it's Rush in at the 3 slot. Freak kicks to Rush, loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rush has got the lead up to 9 now for Texas.
And for the Hoyas, they really are one of the defining members of their conference. Hard to think about hoops in the Washington, D.C. area without thinking about the Hoyas. The blue and gray they wear is really just iconic.
And here's Texas. They're on a 15-6 run. They set the pick to the paint. 1:49 left to play here in the half. Freak kicks to Hudson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And you know, the Hoyas only have one college tournament title in their history. They won it all in 1984 and then returned in '85 to the title game only to be upset by Villanova. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Now here's Harkless. Joseph, the pass to Felix. Here's Harkless. Offline with his 3. Longhorns leading by 11. Here's Felix. Hits the jumper in space. 52 seconds left here in the first half. Blair dishes to Freak. They set the screen. Here's Hudson, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
They've got Warren. Also Hudson out there. Price is out there with Trice. And it's Randolph in at the 2 spot. Comes up empty from the left block. Texas leading by 12. And for Texas, Freak in at center. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty. And it's Ford in at the 4-man position. And stolen by Trice. And they're running. And for Georgia. Oh, goodness. Where did that come from? That was beautiful.
Oh, just rising up. Just a phenomenal finish.
Greg, if you're going to pull off a move like that, you got to have some major hang time.
Now, here is Ford. Here's Freak. And he drops it in from the low post. Freak's got 6.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Price outside. There's the screen. Kicks to Randolph. Shot from 12. No luck. Ellis with some nice D.
Well, he's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Here's Price. Got a hand on it. And so it looks like the Hoyas will retain possession here. A platoon swap here for Texas. Here's Trice. On the court for the Longhorns. Freak. He's in at center. Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Doherty. And it's Ford in at power forward. Randolph goes in. Here's Hudson. It's tipped. But they get it back. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Longhorns leading by 10. Edwards passes to Freak. Texas moving it around. And Ford with the basket on the assist by Freak. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Longhorns.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
The Hoyas with another miss.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now. They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Ford with the steal. Now here's Freak. Ellis kicks to Freak. Passes it to Ford. Feeds to Ellis. Dishes to Ford. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And Texas leads by 16.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Longhorns.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Now here's Randolph. Price outside. He feeds it to Hudson.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and the Texas Longhorns.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
So on the floor for UCLA, we've got Free, Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the 5, home in the paint. On defense, the Bruins.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin. Bill Walton, also coming out of Westwood.
Here's Free. Passes it to Fresh. Right wing. Here's Looney. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Roberts. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim. I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Free against Ford. The pass to Fresh. To the middle. That's tipped. Fast break, Texas. Here's Doherty, and again it's Texas converting.
That's a confident play there. Great execution.
Texas on D. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
It's deflected, but they'll get another chance. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Ford with the steal. Doherty dishes to Freak. Pass to Edwards. He feeds it to Freak. Doherty the screen. Freak kicks to Doherty. Now Edwards. Down low. Here's Ford, and he banks in the layup. Ford's got his second basket of the night.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they're...
Now Texas with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. It's tipped. 41 seconds left to play in the first half.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Bruins shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Both good from the line that time. Texas leading by 13. Down low. 29 seconds left here in the first half of the game. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Bruins shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And he comes up empty, missing the first of the 1-and-1. And he's good on the second. Here is Edwards. It's Ellis on the wing. Pass to Edwards. Down low. Freak dishes to Doherty. His three-pointer's off the mark. Here's Free to the inside. Roberts. Soft touch off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Ellis. The shot misses. And so we can... And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
Freak, he's in at center. Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the power forward position. And for the Bruins, Free out there with Fresh. Then there's Campbell, and it's Roberts in at the 5 down low. And for Texas, Freak in at center. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4 slot.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Feeds it to Roberts. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the layup. Roberts got his third bucket of the night.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Inside, and that one's good. Freak. And Texas leads by 14.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court. They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot. of those opportunities.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Here's Edwards. Tries again, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
And the Bruins going here with a whole new group out there.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to
And Texas
points.
making a change.
Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing
Edwards
the
with
issue
it.
too much.
So on the floor for UCLA, we've got Looney, free out there with Fresh. Then it's Johnson, and it's Morris in at the 3 slot. Here's Looney, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
They set the pick. Edwards passes to Hudson. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Ellis kicks to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. The Longhorns need to get off a shot. Good on the triple. And Texas leads by 18.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
Passes it to Fresh. Here's Free. He's guarded by Ellis. Here's Fresh. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Morris kicks to Johnson. Now the pass to Free. Doherty against Morris. Johnson the screen. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Pass to Free. Fires the 3. Texas grabs the miss.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Longhorns.
Agreed, Steve. And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. Clark, I think that was a big part of their success.
I love the way they scored fast break points tonight here. It was a key factor in coming out on top.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Freak. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Here's Johnson, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Freak.
Shooting for the Longhorns, David Johnson. At the line for 2.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And it's a completely new group for Texas. And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and Texas.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball, high energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the 4 spot.
And with any championship game, you know that every player's going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
You know, Wisconsin has not historically had a lot of players in the NBA. That number, however, could be growing in the next few seasons. I mean, they have a few, but for the most part, their winning has come through solid team play.
Over in the corner, Ellis. To the paint. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Ellis.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid. You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Here is Hawkins. Six to shoot. The shot by Evans, nobody around. And again, it's the Badgers missing.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Move the ball.
On the wing, Ellis. Ford kicks to Freak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Sam Decker.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
Gibson the screen, feeds to Fisher. Wade a screen on Blair, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play.
It's a completely new group for Texas. Longhorns leading by 5, and Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins, also Peyton out there, Kaminsky out there with Decker, and it's Evans in the power forward. Now here's Davis. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Ford a screen on Evans. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Longhorns have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
At the line for 2.
He doesn't get the second one. Wisconsin trails by 6. Hawkins kicks to Decker. There's the screen. He feeds it to Peyton. Pass to Hawkins. Peyton outside. Over in the corner, Decker to end the run. And the rebound goes to the Longhorns. 46 seconds left in the first half of the game. Ford dishes to Freak. Ford a screen on Hawkins. To the middle. Ford. That's good.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Hawkins passes to Decker. And here's Hawkins, guarded by Ford. Payton against Ellis. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. From the stripe, Decker can't hit. Oh, and a fast break now for the Longhorns. Ellis with the ball. Davis kicks to Freak with 1 on the clock, and Ford with the basket on the assist by Freak.
Wow, got that one off. right in the face of the...
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Longhorns out front as... And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
You know what, guys? That was the start that Freak and his team wanted in the first half. I mean, they didn't run away with the game, but they're in a really good spot to capture the title.
These first 5 minutes in the second half are going to be huge. They know their opponent is going to come out strong and try to even things up. But if they can keep their cool, they'll be on their way, I think, to the title.
Freak in at center. Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the power forward. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the four-man position. Here's Decker, softly drops in the floater.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that.
Wisconsin trails by 11. Hawkins kicks to Decker. And it's Kaminsky at the elbow. Clock at 6. The Badgers working the ball around now. Conley with a wide open look from outside off the mark.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Freak, he's in at center. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Longhorns.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Here is Edwards. They set the pick. Freak dishes to Ford. Freak passes to Ellis. Freak kicks to Ford. Ellis left side. To the middle. Gibson with the steal. Decker with it. Edwards there. Decker can't hit.
And with this lead, it looks like they'll hold on for the title. A special moment for everyone on the team. And really, what a year it's been for their star, Freak.
Yeah, very impressive considering everybody pinned their hopes on him to lead the team at the start of the season. And he hasn't disappointed. For all the hype that surrounded him, he lived up to all of it.
The Clark thing burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
Freak kicks to Doherty. The dish to Freak. Pass to Ford. Banked in off the glass. And Texas leads by 16.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Texas.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Well, the ball movement was good. The player movement was excellent.
17 seconds left to play in the second half. Outside for Thornton. The pass to Blair. To the paint. Here's Freak. Can't cash in from close range.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the...
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency?
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the queen mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing,
Daddy.
Mr. P?
Bobs.
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking and vibing, I love it, freaking and vibing. This freaking and vibing thing you do when you get hot freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in mind, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
No, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's the plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, Freak. Listen. In life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game. But bam! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Well, maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is, you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But Freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, what if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This
You're
is
not
his life.
listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? CeCe, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with y'all.
It's not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know, but it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
Don't
me?
even
Freak, you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
Can I just interrupt for 1 sec? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is, there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak, but you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what
Mr.
I do. I am the
Pagnotti,
best at what I do.
You have had
Nobody
your
is
30
better.
seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just
Mr.
need to
Pagnotti,
understand.
would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna have CeCe go through this contract, front to back. I'm gonna think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm gonna call you guys later. I love you.
Love you,
I love you too, son. Bye. We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk, and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that. It was true. It happened to me.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. the 4th pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the 5th pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the 6th pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the 7th pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the 8th pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select the 19-year-old center from the University of Texas.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibrations. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady Yvette, my dude Vig.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, Harlem in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you uptown. Uptown.
Man, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who was also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it. Go ahead. You know, Mama.
Tell her, Mama.
Go get her, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
A mother knows. A mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibrations.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son.